and can pass the message on to your friends. I want to beg you not to think of retaliation against South Africa. And I'll tell you why. You say I tell stories, it's because I've seen a bit in my 77 years on earth. In 1966, just before the Civil War, Colonel there, Odumegu Ojukwu, made an announcement over the radio. At that time, I was at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. And he said that he could no longer guarantee the safety of those who came outside the eastern region. We were in regions then. So he told all of us who were not Easterners to go home. Okay. And all our brothers who are of Eastern origin sympathized with us because our studies at Nsukka was coming to an abrupt end. The university authorities called a meeting and they told us they will make arrangements to transport those of us who are not of Eastern origin back to our regions. But then suddenly news came over the radio that the students of the University of Ibadan had cornered all the brethren from the East and that they are holding them to ransom, saying they will not be released until everybody from Western region has come back home. Immediately, everything changed. All of our friends from the Eastern region, people we have been friends together, eating together, playing ball together, etc., who were sympathizing a moment ago, changed. And immediately they began to hold meetings as to how to keep all of us who are from outside the East in the East until they have all their own brothers restored to them. I mean, everything changed. In my life, I can count 3 or 4 occasions when I had known fear in the real sense of the word. I knew it that day. Because all of us then gathered together. We were not very many. And there was one man among us from Ekiti who was noted for expensive jokes. While we were all trembling, not knowing what we were going to do, he said, well, my own case is simple. My wife has just got a son. If I die now, nobody will say that I never came into the world. Suddenly the possibility of dying came to us. You don't know what it is to be in another man's land, not knowing what will happen overnight. Be careful. Don't retaliate against South Africa because of the Nigerians who are still in South Africa. If you understand me, say amen. It took divine intervention to get us across the Niger again. Because the moment we saw what was happening, those of us, those who had money, began to run away to go and take transport from Osuka to Asaba. I had just won what they called in those days Senate scholarship. It means the Senate of the university was going to pay my school fees, my allowances, because I was the best in mathematics department. And so I had spent every money I had because I knew money was coming. And now I'm down to zero. I had no money even if I wanted to run away. And the university, I said, anyway, let me leave the story there. Now let me tell you one thing. And I'm sure many of you know it. Anytime they say that a university is rioting, the people who are actually rioting are always less than 10% of the population of the university. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, say amen. The rest of us, we lock ourselves in the room reading a book. Of course, if they see you, the few who are rioting, if they see you, they can come and break your head with a bottle. The average South African is a decent person. I know. Those who are causing the trouble are not many. If you have a South African living near you, show them love. Protect them from any harm. Because let me tell you point blank, even if the government were to repatriate all Nigerians from South Africa, within the next 2 months, they'll be back. You know Nigerians now. Why did they go to South Africa to start with? You repatriate them, bring them to Nigeria. Do we have enough jobs for those who stayed? So for the sake of your own kith and kin, don't retaliate against South Africa. Let us leave this job to the governments. Let them solve this problem at the governmental level. Pray for them that God will give them wisdom, give them the understanding, give them the ability to do it. Let me put it in a light manner now. Those of you who agree with me, say aye. Those who disagree with me, say nay. The ayes have it. Let's put our hands together for the Almighty God. Glory be to God. Okay. Lifted into glory. As usual, we want